Are we back? My power flickered. It is raining here, but it's not like storming. Oops. Okay. What were we talking about? Zelda Maker? We finished. I think we concluded on that topic. Oh, I see. Reloading the chat. I see. Oh, no bot. Now I don't know what to do. Wallop. Sorry. Jet Force Gemini. And once again, here I am, and I still can't open this fucking Life Force door. Did I run past these guys, though? What was I doing? Why didn't I kill them? What were you gonna say, Kinga? Zelda 1 and 2 would be cool for a roguelike mode. Yeah, that would be cool. Not like Zelda 99, but like something kind of like gamifying Zelda 1 or something like that. Yeah, not like if you turned a top-down Zelda into a roguelike, but if you literally made Zelda 1 into a roguelike, like they kind of do with some of those other series, you know? If it was Zelda 1. He came scuttling at me. Ew, Sis, what the fuck is this? Ew, Sis. Whoa, Sis. Allegra Blavi. What's up, Cove? Hey, do you have Magent? No, right? Oh, we know we don't need it, but it would have... Okay, well, didn't need to style on me like that. Alright, Bella. And Allegra Clark is in the Sis anime. Yesterday, I'm serious. When I tell you we made up an entire harem romantic comedy, also fantasy isekai anime series about Sis being the main character, I tell you, we did make that up. It's called That Time I Was Sis. And he has so many things. He has a childhood friend, he has a little sister, he has a hot nurse, he has a guild that he's part of, and a bunch of girls that want him sexually, probably, in that. He's got a zebra homie. It's crazy. We cooked with it. We came up with so many funny things. Yeah, I would also rather watch that than the Super Mario movie Pixel, but I don't know how glowing of an endorsement that is. That movie looks stupid. Isaac, you would have loved it. But you would have had to come to Bloodborne Call. What? I was asked this question and then I didn't answer it because the question did not yet apply to me, but I suppose it could apply to me. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play after that. I am closing in on the end of, yeah, that's a premium access joke. I am closing in on the end of the Harvest Moon playthrough too. So I will have that and Bloodborne beat probably in the next week. What game am I going to play after that? Maybe the Game of Employment, hopefully. Can I do a general test? Because other than the stupid-ass kids from the other day, what does everyone think the worst question I got Valentine's weekend was? Whether or not you guys stock condoms at work? Was it whether or not they have condoms where you work? Yeah, I was doing a Nuzlocke pixel, and I was quite a ways through it, and I was having a lot of fun with that. I was actually like I made up a little, like I was doing a little story. I was posting about it, kind of like how Zebra posts about his Zemc thing, though not as involved for sure. But I had some little lore. I had some little characters we had. I should finish that. It has been a long time. Like it was the last time I played that was in the fall, but I didn't like drop it because, like, one, I definitely didn't drop it because we had like suffered a loss or something. We were doing pretty good. But two, I just kind of stopped playing it because Pokemon ZA came out, and I didn't want to be like, it's just hard for me to play two games that are like the same kind of games at a time, you know, like play two Pokemon games at once. I couldn't do that, and I wanted to play ZA because everybody else was getting on it. But I feel like I will need some discipline to finish that project, just because it also requires posts, and I go in and out of phases of like liking to make posts. Sometimes it's a lot of fun for me, and sometimes I will put off playing the game because I don't want to like have to take pictures on my little phone and then like write about it. It has to do with my like immediate enthusiasm for it, kind of. What should I get for my wife? I think that's a good dumb question. All right, Isaac, why don't you tell us what was the dumb question? But maybe I'll play that. I also want to keep playing the 100 line, which I have been bad about too. I play it every week or other week. But I know Kingo's back on that. Kingo was telling me about that today. Person was not colorblind, and this is not how color blindness works. Which ones are the white roses? It's pretty funny. Well, maybe they didn't know which one roses were. Maybe they were told to get white roses. I mean, like, how could you not know that? But still, but maybe they were told. I mean, it is a stupid question still. Like, maybe they just didn't know. They weren't sure which ones were roses. Oh, he was showing roses. Were both of the roses he was asking you to choose between white, or was one of them clearly red? Why can I not make it through this fucking door? Oh, wait. I swear this is not the... I must have been going the wrong way. I swear that this was closed before and was not, like, just loading. They were all white. Maybe he thought that white roses specifically was what he was looking for and not, like, eggshell roses. I'm playing K-Man's Advocate on this one. Maybe he was asking which of these is, by specific genus species, which of these is the white rose. And is one of these the off-white rose or the ivory rose? You know, maybe he was like that. You never know. Maybe he wanted pure white rose. Pure, unfiltered. A crew white. I'm getting the... I know we need to go in the water down there. I'm getting the magenta key with Fella. She might need it. You told me my 100-line break would consist of 2 playthroughs in a row of Path of Radiance. I would believe you, but I would still be like, yeah, that sounds like some shit I would do. Oh yeah, I guess Kingo did finish that second Path of Radiance playthrough. A game I played this year too. Do I have... Yeah, I got ammo. I got bullets in the gun. bullets in the gun, and I got barrels worth of fun, baby. Yep. Oh. Is there health or anything down here? Nope. Alright, we don't need to go up there. That's Floyd. Jesus Christ. Jet Force Gemini, dude. The fuck is this? Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be sick of the main character of a multi-game series. I don't know what like new thing I'll play though. I want to play Pokemon Pokopia, and that comes out in a couple weeks. I want to play Resident Evil Requiem, but I don't think I'm gonna buy that at launch. I will still play that, but it's just like I don't know. I feel bad about spending money on things like that when it's like, you know, I'm not like making money. The only reason I'm getting Pokopia, right, I mean, and if it comes out and it reviews at like a 70 or something and no one gets it, I probably won't get it, because I don't think that sounds like it'll be worth it. But the reason I want to get that game is because there is a multiplayer component, and it's just, again, like we talked about this a couple weeks ago or something. I feel like I might be repeating myself here, but it just seems like if I don't get it right away, I will never get it. It's like one of those. The most fun to be had with that game will be right when it comes out. Trust Unk on this one. He knows what he's talking about. If you're interested in playing it, don't wait. It won't make sense to. I went left there, trusting my Viscera, but I feel like we might check out what's right here. Oh wait, unless I went right. Maybe I went right. Did I not trust my Viscera? Was my Viscera wrong? Did I go right instead of left? Snack didn't go left? What? Oh. Well, here we are once again, you guys, in the underwater tunnels. And I just got a... I think I just got a porno mag. And I don't even have N64 polygonal date here, so it could be a power-up. Literary masterpiece may prove useful to some lonely soul. Alright, well that clearly seems to be some kind of context-sensitive item that we may need to give to somebody. Someone who I've not yet met. But I guess Vela's got it now, baby. It looks like an ancient tome. We did meet someone who wanted that? I don't remember that. Guy with the dog. Oh, I do remember that guy with the dog. Do you know that for sure, Sis? He wanted some fine literature? What level was that in Rith Essa? It must have been. Could you look that up for me then, maybe? Because I don't want to go all the way in there and have that not be it. I do remember that. He is in Rith Essa also. He must be, because I remember thinking we were going to have to do a dog level with Pluto. Yeah. Or we were gonna have I remember thinking like that was going to be like my dog battle matchup. Okay, before we get too far in here, I am going to go back to the very beginning tunnel and go the other way. Just want to make sure we don't miss something. So that very well could be... Or that guy must be something. This room looks so, like, climactic for no reason. There's not even anything back there. Was I deceived by the January Sturm und Drang? What, that we're doing slot packs? No, we're definitely going to do it. Some people have already bought their slop games. I, however, have not bought mine. And I don't think I want to play it yet. I'm waiting to see a really good sale on Ghost of Tsushima. Though I think there is a sale going on right now. Lunar New Year's sale? You think Sony put it on sale for that? Oh, the blue key! Oh, well, that's good, though. That's important. We needed that. Okay, hell yeah, we found it. I guess only Vela, at least right now, can get that. Alright, so now we can finish Ichor. And also, now we can get further into Rith Essa. So if this is the guy, then I need to go there with Vela. If that guy with the dog needs this. Is it the director's cut version on sale or the old version, Will? Or is there an upgrade plan for that? Is there like a upgrade patch? I don't think there is, right? Don't you have to buy that? Like, wasn't that like one of the complained about ones? How much is it on sale? What's the price? I could cop that. Maybe I will play Ghost of Tsushima next. If I can get it for cheap, 47. What would I mean? I guess it's normally $70, right? I feel like I feel like I could get it on get it digitally for like half off at least. So I'm not like dying to play it right now. Why not wait? The magazine is for the Riz Tessa guy. Okay, good to know. We will do that. Let's go back to Rith Tessa after we go back and finish Ichor then. Ouch. I'd be fine to pay 35 PS5. 50% off. I mean, that game's not that. The director's cut of that isn't that old, right? Or did that come out around the PS5 launch? Because that is old. 2021. Yeah. Is it on sale digital? Somebody hop on PSN. You guys want to do that together? You know what I wish I was like... You know what I wish I was better at? Odin is kind of like this. Or what I think would be fun. Even though it literally wouldn't. You know what I like, I'll just say? Yeah, what if there was a Vela wings it for the 8 red coins? There's a YouTuber I watch that I've been watching forever. I'm sure some people probably know him, which is Pete Dorr. I've been watching that guy since I was in college. And he's like a big collector. That's his main thing, is he collects video games. Went on, has gone on, I think, like long hiatuses before, comes back sometimes. He does streams of him like eBay hunting, which so sort of like a double-edged thing. One, he has a very relaxing voice, like kind of not like ASMR, but just kind of like a very like monotone kind of like relaxing voice. And a lot of people like to watch those because they chill people out. But two, it's just sort of fun to watch someone like comb for like deals and like stuff like that. Like, you know, go review like, oh, this is a good price for this. This is a bad price for this. This I'm actually gonna bid on, like that kind of stuff. And I think like that always looks fun to me. I feel like if I had infinite money and, more importantly, the most important thing for a collector, infinite space, it would be fun to like do streams like that. I think Odin should do streams of that. Someone, Pat, relay that idea along to Odin. I was getting some ASMR vibes from Odin the other night. Odin his work schedule has changed, so he works night shifts now, and so he's been streaming at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And because he is intentionally not trying to speak loudly because he doesn't want to wake his wife up, or his 2 womanly babies, his 2 bulbous beauties in the other room. Yeah, those late night streams have been giving me crazy, like chilled out ASMR, like vibes and tingles and shit. And I don't mean that to sound weird. It's not like, you know, it's not a weird thing. It's just like soft spoken or whispers. I get, like, I am reactive to that. But I think, because I know Odin's on eBay a lot. He does a lot of like game, like he watches things like when it comes to video games and stuff like that. I think that's what he should be doing on those late night streams. I'm pitching it to him. Alright, well, we're missing 2. I'm missing 2, the fuck are these things called? 2 tribals. And I don't know how to get out of here either. Oh, except that I guess we can leave the way we came in, right? Are there maybe 2 later into the level? I keep forgetting that this is the same area as the one you go through to get to the boss. But we've still got 2 guys missing. And this is nothing. I hate that this hurts you, by the way. Hating that. Can I, like, blow it up or something? I guess I could go back and look around in one of the other rooms we've already cleared out for tribals. But in that other big room, it's like Floyd's room, it's Combs' chair, and that's like it, kinda. That didn't happen. Nah, that didn't happen either. It doesn't even matter. Like, it's not like it's not like I have full lives. It's not like it's a bad deal for me or anything. But I'm just running around exploring. I didn't die to the environmental damage. Oh, I just thought of something else I wanted to talk about. But first, I'll address Kingo's thing. Make sure the realtor that wherever we go has a Combs chair. Agree. Pixel showed me an Ayumi amiibo costume in Mario Maker. Aw, she was in that? I like Ayumi. Shoutouts to halfway through Famicom Detective Club, at least the new one, where for whatever reason Ayumi starts coming to, like, showing up to the office looking like she's like dressed in her like jammies. And it's adorable. Eventually she changes into this like pink garb like halfway through that game, and it's just like really funny looking. It looks like she's wearing her little jams. One thing I was going to talk about. Okay, guys, I know we gassed this up on Friday, but it literally had just come out. I have seen some reviews, and by reviews, I mean reviews from the fans of the Rayman 30th Anniversary Collection. Unfortunately, guys, seems like that music caveat is worse than we thought. First of all, what I didn't know, and I think I saw some other people echoing this too, so I think this is true, but maybe it's not. I think the reason that they didn't get the music back has something to do with the rights, because the original composer died. He passed away, I believe, and that is the reason for the, like, something to do with his, like, I don't know, his estate or something about his compositions or whatever. Maybe Ubisoft, being cheap ass, horrible company that they are, didn't want to, like, pay for it, or I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it's maybe quite on the level of those extra songs that are in, like, Sonic 3 on the Origins collection, that are really, really bad. But imagine if, like, most of the game's soundtrack was, like, wholly different compositions. And it kind of seems like that's the vibe we're going for. I saw some people saying, like, this seems like something that could easily be patched out, but still not great. I saw some people saying that oh, here they are, that the Jaguar version of Rayman has the new arrangements playing over the old music. Like, they didn't even take the old music out of that version of the game or something. Which, again, you could, like, I'm sure that will get patched, but the soundtrack to Rayman 1, is at least the disc version, like the Saturn and PS1 versions, is like a really well-loved, well-regarded soundtrack. It has very spacey, ethereal, kind of like surreal vibes to it. And so knowing now that, like, some of the levels don't even have, like, it's not even the same melodies, like, they're just, like, new, worse compositions for it. Seems like a pretty big knock on that product. To the point that I'm like, maybe I'll wait on that and see if something comes, like, if magically at one point somehow someone comes out and says, hey, they fixed it, they made it way better, or something like that. Okay, how do I get out of here the right way? It is through here. Parents were sending me something about Ubisoft because someone French, Canada, Pixel, was talking them up the other day, and I hate to break the news that this might be the worst major company in gaming. They're up there. They sure are up there. Unfortunately, they do own some cool IPs. Yeah, I was looking into it the other day. I mean, some people are saying, like, some people are, like, liking it and having fun with it, but it seems like one of those things that, like, the mega hardcore fans are all, like, they were so close over. And even though, like, that is not, like, one of my favorite games, again, like, the version I played was a compromised port to the GBA. I don't know. It's still, I don't just do anything right, you know. Do something the right way, without compromise. I promise you, people will. I promise you, it will generate goodwill. Generate goodwill, please. Any gaming company. It doesn't always have to be bad press. It really doesn't. It can be good press sometimes. Sometimes you can have something good happen. You can control that. Oh well. All right. Oh fuck, I was going to go back to iCore. I think I'm going to do that because generate good Brudges content. Generate good Brudges news. You can fix the dub machine. I guarantee it. I am broken tonight. We're going to iCore base because I'll tell you why. 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 Because I just want to get this done. It's important to recognize one's flaws. I think that is important. I would say that it's important to do that so you can grow. And it is important to grow. That's what the Steven Universe, the movie, taught me. Ordering Dub Cola, and they go, "Is L okay?" I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water. Like, right back. Like 1 second. I'm not even appointing somebody as in charge. Because it won't even matter. Okay. BRB. See, I'm already back. Sis, put your torch away. Bard Riot, she's crazy. I know that one doesn't seem that crazy, but I think low key, I don't think I ever would think about making a Bard Riot emote. Like my own pet parrot holding a getting ready to storm in with a torch and pitchfork. She's crazy. Fuck shield guys. Maybe I won't put Mizar on my next top villains list. Maybe I'll put the ant with a shield from Jet Force Gemini. He's a more dangerous foe. Harder to beat. Yeah, Steven Universe, the movie, taught Kingo that it's funny when Amethyst goes, "Look at me, I'm a young adult." And Pixel, that you can grow and still stay annoying. True! And that's what my growth is like. I learned that from Pearl, Steven Universe. Don't we think she's great? Okay, we gotta do this room for the 4 No, actually we don't. You know what? We don't need to do this room for the 4 quillionth time because I have learned that 1, holding down up C does a high jump, which I don't think I knew the first time we were here. And 2, I just need to go into this door. Yeah, and then Pearl dropped a hot verse. She ate with that. Okay. I'm getting the guys on this one. I'm getting the guys on this one. I don't even need the rifle to do this. I can use the pistol. Also, I think they shot each other there. Get dead, ants. You should have stayed on the GBC. Oh, they want me to snipe in this level, though. You know what? I will. If they're going to give me the ammo cap and everything, I might as well. Feels good when I snipe on the NSO 64 controller because it has a rumble. Which, you know, like, other controllers do, but, like, this is the rumbling controller I am on. Did you know that? Did you know the first rumble controller was on the, like, rumble, the concept is from the 64? Did you know that? Are you a PlayStation baby who thought it was the DualShock? Eh. Rumble, you know, Whitefish. Did I get turned around? Is this the way to go? No, right? It's just a similar looking room. And weird that there was nothing over here, but whatever. That sounds awful. And the other thing about the 64 Rumble Pack is that shit rumbled like it meant business. I feel that way about the GameCube controller too, though not even to the same degree on that. Old game controllers used to rumble like they wanted you to have an orgasm. Old game controllers wanted you to come when they rumbled. Modern game controllers are like, ooh, I don't know if I should touch you or not. Old game controllers were like, and you'd be like, ah! You'd fucking drop the controller, and your friend would be like, it hurt? And you'd be like, yeah, it actually did. It did hurt. That 64 Rumble Pack was crazy. That thing was like driving a car. The Tower of the Gods rising out of the ocean basically kicked me in the nuts. We used to put the GameCube controllers on our backs as like pretending like we had like a massage toy. What the fuck do you mean 8 remaining? Hold on, what? What did I just go through? Where is this gonna put me? What area is this? Where were the tribals? Was that leaving military base? No. And now I'm back in military base. That was leaving perimeter? New controllers are Ron Delight. Old controllers are Montoya getting cucked. We used to put the controller on our nuts. No, I did this with my friends. It was very innocent. We used to put it on our back when we were kids, and be like pretending we were getting a back massage. Maybe I'll go back into perimeter. Oh god, this is this? Oh, I guess this makes sense because I remember walking past another blue door in here when we were in here with Pluto. Now I understand that they connect. Alright, well now I am behind the ants, which is kind of funny. So we must have missed wherever it is that the tribals are. Seeing as how there are so many of them, I must have missed a whole area. Unless there is another way to get into the perimeter from somewhere else. Which there could be. It could be like, you know, intentionally obtuse in this way. Or maybe I can I go out here? There is stuff down there though. I can't jump out here? You must be able to get out there. Oh, well, there was this. I wonder if this life force door opens when we kill all the guys. I was too busy thinking about I was too busy thinking about the Nintendo Cumble Pack that I forgot about that door, apparently. Where the heck could they be, though? Jesus Christ. Breaking the glass hymen with my Nintendo Cumble Pack. Jet Force, Gemini, Jet Set Radio. Were you here? Who was here? Were you here? I was here. Maybe we have to do this. They gave me that rifle upgrade. Maybe I have to kill Snipe all the way down here. Oh, definitely. Oh, this is actually cool. This is a cool idea. Because we need to kill these guys to open the door in this room. Now, you may be asking, like, on what level possibly does this make design sense in an architectural way? In order to open a door in this room, I have to kill a bunch of guys way out in a different area. And to that I say, who cares? It's cool. I don't mind that all the enemies are blue ants. when I was around the age that this game came out, maybe a little bit younger, my favorite character ever was a blue ant. That's right, I'm talking about Flick from A Bug's Life. I loved that movie. I had a Bug's Life birthday party once. All the boys wore headbands with blue pipe cleaners on them, and all of the girls wore headbands with purple pipe cleaners on them. You couldn't have a party like that nowadays. You get canceled for being anti-woke. But when I was a kid, you could. Bug's Life birthday party. Let's fucking go. All right, we did it. That was cool, though. That was a fun room. There were no they ants. I'll stop. You couldn't do a Bug's Life birthday party in 2026. Well, you probably wouldn't. A Bug's Life is not even like remembered fondly as one of like the best Pixar movies, even by me, who had a Bug's Life birthday party. I did love A Bug's Life though. And not only did I love the movie, but I had this like Bug's Life playset toy. That was really cool too. It was kind of like a Polly Pocket, as I remember. Kind of like a Polly Pocket. Anybody else have this? I think it might have been Hopper on the outside, who's the bad guy from A Bug's Life. I think on the outside it might have been Hopper. And then it like opened up and there was like stuff in there, you know, you could play around in there. Unless I'm like manifesting this, unless this didn't really exist. I never had like what was the boy version of the 90s was so boy girl coded. What was the boy version of or like the 80s too? What was the boy version of Polly Pocket? Mighty Max? Macho Max? What was it called? Mighty Max? No, not G.I. Joe. No. Polly Pocket is the little clamshell play sets that have like the little character and like a little world or a little house in there. And there was a version of that for boys too, because I think it became apparent that everybody wanted that. It's just a cool idea for a toy. I think it was Mighty Max. Well, I didn't have Mighty Max, but what I did have is I had these Pokemon ones. Yeah, Kingo. Was it Snorlax? I had these Pokemon ones. There were two that I had. And they were really, really cool. maybe there was a Pikachu and Caterpie one I didn't have. But there was one I had that had Snorlax. And there was one that I had that had Charmander and Squirtle. So Snorlax must have come with someone too. I don't remember who was in his. But one of them was a little forest, and I think one of them was like a little house. And I loved those. I thought those were so fun to play with. Yeah, there must have just been multiple ones. Maybe I did have a Pikachu and Caterpie one, but those aren't the ones I remember. It might have been Bulbasaur and Charmander and Squirtle was with Snorlax. And I'll be brave. I wanted to play with Polly Pockets too. I just thought that stuff. Anything when you're a kid that's like a little world inside another little thing. It's just like cool. I don't know why. I remember one birthday really puzzling my parents with, dollhouses, same deal. I remember really puzzling my parents with a birthday request, or maybe it was a Christmas request once as a kid. Fuck. Where I had gone over to a friend's house, and by this I don't mean a friend. I had gone over to the house of a one of my parents' mutual friends who had kids. And so these were not my friends. I didn't really know them, but I knew vaguely that they were the kids of friends of my parents. But I was pretty little, and I didn't remember what my parents' friends' names were. All I remember is that one time I went over to this person's house, and I played with his kids once. It was some coworker or some associate of my dad's. And the reason I remember this is because he had this cool fucking toy that I found out the name of. And the toy was Super Van City, which is a real toy, and that is the real name of it. Little child snack me was correct about this. I told my parents that Christmas that I wanted this toy, Super Van City, and I knew I played with it at someone's house, but I couldn't remember what their name was or who it was that I played with. I didn't know. When you were a kid, sometimes that would happen. And what Super Van City is it was a Micro Machine set that was the shape of a big white box van. But the van would crack open at the top and open up, and inside was this huge, these little roads and buildings and all of this whole little town you could play with your Micro Machines. Now, obviously this was a play set for if you had a bunch of these little Micro Machine cars, which or maybe it wasn't Micro Machines. Maybe it was Matchbox cars. Is Micro Machines cars, or is that Transformers? I need to look that up. Sorry, I'm pausing this. I'm now passionate about this. Micro Machines. They're little cars, right? Yes. Okay. It was Micro Machines, and the playset was called Super Van City. Now, I don't think that this playset, it probably came with one or two Micro Machines, and obviously for something like this, it's you want it because you can, you buy these for a couple bucks at the store. They come on, on the little cardboard, plastic, things, and there's something you can get a lot of. And if you have a bunch of Micro Machines, it's fun to play with them in your Super Van City like it was at my friend's house. So I probably wouldn't have benefited too much from this as a Christmas gift. But it didn't matter because my parents could not for the life of them fucking figure out what it was that I was talking about or wanted. I played with this Micro Machine playset that was a van that transformed into a little city to drive your little cars around in at a friend's house who I didn't... A child acquaintance's house who I didn't know. That was the child of some associate or some acquaintance of my dad's. And I came home that Christmas asking my parents for this, and they could not find what it was. What it was is that it was probably old maybe by the time I was asking for it. Because I think that those Micro Machines were the biggest in the 80s. When I was a kid, it was Hot Wheels that was the big, that was the big little plastic toy model cars. And I did have a bunch of Hot Wheels. But I don't know. I remember this kid I was playing with, whatever their name was, cracked that shit open, and there were all these little cars in this little city in there, and I was like, it was he opened it, and it was ah! That was the coolest thing I had ever seen up to that point in my 4-year-old life. That was the coolest thing that I had ever looked at. And I didn't get it. I didn't get it because my parents couldn't find it. They didn't know what it was. But from that age, I remembered it was called Super Van City, and I still remember that, and I have looked it up in my adulthood, and it exists. I was right, but we didn't have internet, so, how were they supposed to know? It wasn't in the Toys R Us catalog, for the Toys R Us holiday catalog, so they couldn't find it. Let's see. Yeah, it was Snorlax and Chansey and Squirtle and Poliwhirl. That's right. Those are the ones I had. I might have had Clefairy and Diglett, too. Yeah, the little stump. That was the Snorlax one, right? Or are you saying that was the Viridian Forest one? Oh, this one has Oddish, though. Pikachu and Oddish? I had this. I might have had all of these. It is called Tomy Viridian Forest. I don't think I knew that. Looking at this on eBay now. Now I'm doing what I was talking about. Maybe I didn't have this one. The Snorlax and Chansey Safari Zone 1, I definitely had this one. What's this one look like inside? Oh, this one has a little tree. Why does that have Licky Licky and Meryl. Those are fake. Those did not come with this. Yes, and the little Psyduck in the pond. I had this one. Someone fucking made that shit. They're trying to trick you into thinking this comes with the figurines when it doesn't for that one. And then this one is a little house. I definitely did have one that was a little house. So it could have been this Clefairy one. Oh, and they connected too. Yes, okay. Okay. No, I might have had this Eevee one too. Oh man, I might have had a bunch of these. I don't think I had Viridian Forest. I think I had the Pokemon Center one, which looks like it has Eevee and maybe Charmander. I had this island one, and I had the Safari Zone one. Those are the three that we had. This Diglett one has like a little Diglett mountain in it. I don't remember that. I didn't have that one. And I don't think I had the Viridian Forest one either. I think the ones I had were the Snorlax and Chansey, whoever comes with the Pokemon Center one, because I think that it looks like Charmander goes with that, and I think we had him. And then I had the Tropical Island one. And I loved those. Just because, like, with Pokemon, it was just, like, fun to play with them, make up little stories in your head and things like that. I remember one of my earliest ever Christmas presents, my big Christmas gift. This might have been around the same time, or maybe I was 3. No, maybe I was a little older. Well, this is about Pokemon, so I must have been at least 6. Maybe it was my 6th Christmas. No. Maybe yes, though. It might have been Christmas, like my 5th or 6th Christmas ever. I was pretty little. I remember my parents got me the Playmobil Zoo. Playmobil was another thing I loved as a kid. In fact, where I lived in Florida, there was a Playmobil store. And the Playmobil store was badass too, because they had all of the Playmobil sets all made for you to like play with, and they had all the characters out and stuff. I remember even the one that was there when I was a kid had water. Like they were like the Playmobil castle would have like a moat. That you could like play, you know, it was awesome. It ruled. That store was awesome. So I was big into that. When I was probably like 5 or 4 or something around that age. The Playmobil Zoo was what I wanted the most, and those Playmobil sets were expensive, but my parents got me one, and not only did they get it for me, they set it up at the Christmas tree, so the whole set was already like laid out. So like I woke up in the morning and went and saw it and like could run over and play with it right away. And I loved that. But then when Pokemon came out and I got like super into Pokemon, I drew my own versions of like the whole 150 Pokemon. I colored them in with crayons, and I drew my little, as best I could, version of literally all of them. I cut all of them out, and then I played with those in the Playmobil Zoo. And I was probably 7 maybe because Pokemon really hit its craze when I was 7 years old. That was 1999. So I would imagine it definitely was that year. But I repurposed the Playmobil Zoo into my like little Pokemon zoo. And I made all of my own action figures myself. Because I probably only had a couple of them. Big Bug Fun Club! Graduated from toys to video games early. Yeah, but you had older siblings, I feel like is different. Also, the GameCube came out. No, how old was I when the GameCube came out? I was 9 when the GameCube came out. But also, I guess I didn't get it until I was probably like 10 or 11. I'm killing these bugs. I also saw a bug pad back here, and I'm not sure what this is. I had hella toys. But we also didn't have games like the Game Boy that I got for Christmas 1999. That was the first game system anyone in my immediate family had ever played. We did not have games in the house when we grew up. We were not a game. I brought games to the family, and was the only one who was ever seriously into them. And I'm the oldest too, so they had to come from me. So it wasn't until the Game Boy that I really started getting that. But even after that, like, I still got toys, like, I love that shit. They're just exciting. Because just for me, it's like, you get a toy and you imagine all of the things that, like, you can make up with it, you know? That's why, like, I loved Bionicles and action figures, even if I didn't know what the series was that I was getting the action figure from. Because like I would like you can make up your little plot like if you give like when I was if you give me an action figure, I'm gonna like make up a story of what he's doing like in my room, and then I'm gonna want all of the other figures in the set or something, or like make them fight, make a big battle happen. Yeah, me and my elementary school friends, we would call this is so stupid, but it's funny. My elementary school friends and I, like when I was like maybe like 2nd or 3rd grade, we would call each other on the house phone and tell each other like what was going on in our plots. It's so dumb, but like maybe this is why I'm like yeah, make up a whole new personality for this character through a stream bit or something. I've been doing that my whole life. Maybe that's why I'm good at that. That's where that came from. We used to call each other and tell them about our plots. Be like, so right now, let me tell you what my Bionicles are doing right now. Whoa, this is raw. Look at this. No, you don't want to kill me. I'm here to vibe. You're telling me you're telling me you see Vela come into the club, you're gonna start shooting at her? I think Vela doesn't have to pay cover, personally. This is a hidden Gemini for sure. Conquer's Bad Fur Day has a bit kind of like this. Hold on, I want to be focused on this and absorb what's happening here, but I want to read what other people were saying. Yeah, sometimes the action figure is a guy who they aren't supposed to be. I remember this. I remember I used to, when I was young, this is when I had first started school and I was kind of struggling with getting used to school. My mom took me to, my mom, who is a very like, kind of like sort of low-key, like new age kind of person. She took me to play therapy, where basically you were encouraged to like act out how you were feeling with toys and like play and stuff like that. And I think what she was trying to do is just help me be more comfortable with going to school and have like less separation anxiety and all that, because I was a very anxious kid about a lot of things. But I loved play therapy because they had like 100 cool ass action figures that I had never seen before. And I remember like a couple times friends like from school came with me to that, and we would just like play action figures with each other. I remember it might have been like the Rancor from Star Wars or something. Or maybe it was like some Godzilla character or monster. But I remember they had this big monster that had these kind of like fleshy parts to him that were like soft rubber. And I remember that guy was killing everybody at play therapy. And I imagine that therapist was probably like, does the Rancor represent his father? Like, what is But really, I was excited to play with a bunch of toys. That guy was fucking people up at play therapy, let me tell you. I don't remember we went that many times, because maybe my mom just sort of didn't really feel like it was doing much for me. I don't remember ever really like getting, but you know, when you're little like that, you probably wouldn't have really understood that. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of shit that you will only find out about yourself if your parents tell you about it later on in life. From when you were a little kid, you know? My grandpa got a bonus. Mom's job was going good. I got a bunch of video games and toys. My grandma explained to me that she had to prevent people from taking an Android 17 figure she got me out of the cart because it was a Christmas rush. That's awesome. Yeah, even though I was not the biggest DBZ kid when I was younger, I kind of mostly knew it, and I knew the characters just because my friends liked it. My friend, again, friend of the show, Robert, my good old buddy, he had a bunch of Dragon Ball Z figures. And I remember watching Dragon Ball Z the most at his house after school. I remember we played with those too. Yeah, yeah, definitely Zebra. And like the other things you had would be invented into characters for Goku to fight. Post-Boo villains. Creating Dragon Ball Super before Dragon Ball Super. I definitely used to do that with stuff too. I remember I had a Teen Titans Beast Boy that I loved. Do you remember those Teen Titans figures that were all on like cars? I feel like Kingo or Zebra would remember this. There was this Teen Titan figure line that came out that I remember seeing at Toys R Us and being like, oh my god, there's Teen Titans action figures now? And for whatever reason, they all rode like vehicles. They had mounts. I think Robin may have had the bike, but all of the other four had vehicles that were like not in the show. Like I had Beast Boy, and Beast Boy's was like a green and like purple like lawnmower thing that had like blades on the side. But I loved that Beast Boy, and I definitely would invent things for him to fight too that were not like from Teen Titans. I might have had another one too. All right, whatever, man. Let's get into this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to derail the stream. It's just funny to talk about stuff. There definitely was not an episode where Beast Boy rode a bladed lawnmower, I'm pretty sure. There's one where he like rides a scooter. That's the Tofu episode, right? He rides like a Fooly Cooly reference scooter in one episode. Fuck. Or you just mean that like that Beast Boy doesn't have a vehicle right now? I see what you mean now. This is epic. I'm sorry everybody had to die. I just kind of wanted to party, but whatever, man. I think the tribals didn't die. This is epic. If you think I'm not gonna fucking, if you think I'm not gonna mog, watch me, baby. Oh yeah, she getting crazy with it now. Take those pants off, fella. This is ridiculous. And the tribals are just trying to party in here too, I think. Yeah, let's look at these. Let's see. Yes, Teen Titans minifigure. Oh no, I didn't have these. I had a bunch of Digimon toys that were like this. These, I would have loved this. Yeah, look, here's one where he's on the scooter. And they had everybody on these. Gizmo, Thunder, and Lightning from that one episode. Terra, Killer Moth. Who the fuck is that? Plasmus. Would have loved that. Oh man, they have this fucking, what was this guy called? The like, that like nerd guy? That Lightning figure was a mainstay. That's awesome. What's the like science, the like sci-fi nerd guy called? Can I talk to this guy also? Or is he just here for fun? Control Freak, yeah. Larging it, big tunes on the decks. You know the score. I'm always saying this. When I walk into the club, this is what I'm saying. Larging it. Give us a shout and I'll slip on some fat sounds. Alright, what do we got? This is like a weird sound test. MC Fishface kicking it with another large dance tune. Big up the exoskeleton crew. Let me hear some noise! Jet Set Radio. Yeah, where are the groove tones? This is where they would be. Yeah, it has DJs, and I can put Donkey Kong in there too. DJ Fistface is what they call you when you walk into the club. They call you DJ Clubfoot, Pixel. They say just because this is the club doesn't mean you had to show up with your club foot. Bella's getting up on the. I'm getting up on the stripper platform, and I'm hitting him with my roll. This is what clubbing will be like in the future. This is what we have to look forward to. This is the dream Elon was trying to create. I literally think that's probably true. I literally think his dumbass did think this was possible. Alright, what else do you got? Something faster than... Oh, Funky Disco, I think, is what was playing before. Insect Mentalists go crazy. Give it loads. This one is like breakcore. Hey, they composed all this, by the way. Though this sounds like Robin Beanland's like style almost. He did the Killer Instinct music and stuff. And Funky's Flights, you know. I can't really hear this one that well. Yeah, only 2090s kids know this dance. This one doesn't really have too much going on. I like the little voice sample though. Whoops. What was talking to him? B, A? Some other stupid ass button? Up? Down? Can I get in here? Oh yeah, baby. Any of these could be the YouTube thumbnail for this one. There we go. Alright, let's do some soothing rhythms. Oh. Slow things up with a smooth groove. Shout out to the Insect Posse. Enough said. Large one! When my shit comes, when your shit come on in the club and you just gotta yell large one. Right? Right? Who's with me? We've all been there, right? Hey, this is delightful. Again, this is giving me very Conker's Bad Fur Day vibe. That game has a level called Rock Solid, which I believe you get to from the Caveman level. And there's a bunch of like rock creatures partying down, who I think you end up having to piss on. It's Conker's Bad Fur Day. I believe that is the level that introduces the pissing ability, which you then also have to use to beat a boss. But that might be before that. I don't remember. What is this? Do I have to get the Rareware coin for this? Jeff and Barry Racing. What time is it? Can we do this yet? Or where am I? What is happening? Oh my god, this is in this? Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I want to play... Oh, God. Oh, no. Why does it control like this? It's like... It's like Waterworld. Wait, this owns. This is so cool. No, it controls better than Top Ride. Alright, I'm gonna corner him and I'm gonna catch up. There's a little game kind of like this that I believed, at least as a kid, was about little RC cars that I used to play at. This was a family friend whose kids I did know. And we used to go see a lot. Family friend of ours that had back in the day, they had this cool like kind of top-down RC racing game that I used to play a lot, and this reminds me of that. Well, that was it, I guess. I won. I guess I beat Jeff and Barry Racing. Yeah, whimsical arcade games versus singular game mode. Yeah, maybe I gotta get a better score to get the DK coin. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna beat their ass this time. Fuck you. That's the pixel car I just fucked up. He's the fast one too. I'm beating Pixel's time. I don't know what that does. Maybe these are coins for the actual in-game game? One multiplayer secret. Alright, I guess this is for the multiplayer, maybe. Well, this one's broken, maybe? Oh no! They perfectly simulated this. You remember how disappointing it was when there would be like an arcade at like a bowling alley or skating rink or some place old folks used to hang out, and the machine you wanted to play the most would be broken? Shit used to piss me off. Hey man, stay large or whatever. Get large. Alright, there were tribals in there, I guess, so there was a point to coming down here. I think that was just for whimsy, though. That was for Wanda. Alright, I have 3 left to get. I guess that's like the strip club where the ants go when they get off work. Like how there's always a gentleman's club by the military base. Which is true, there usually is. There's one here. Maybe I need to... there must be something I can do with this, like, ant pad over here. What are you, ant pad? Like, what do we think this could be? It's clearly got an ant on it. I figured I would like maybe get an ant head I could put on and walk around with. Maybe there was something I like didn't fully explore. Cause, excuse me, we don't know how to get out of here yet, right? Can you go back real quick? This is when I was passionately describing Super Van City to you guys, just looking for someone who would listen. Because my parents clearly didn't. And I had to go to play therapy for that shit. Okay, well, there's a guy up there. How did I miss that one? I had to go to play therapy to get over my trauma of not getting Super Van City for Christmas. The Christmas I remember most when it comes to games, other than that first Christmas ever where I got Pokemon Yellow version and my Game Boy Color, which again was my first game console that I owned. The one I remember the most when it comes to games was Christmas 2000. It must have been Christmas 2004, where I got remember getting 3 GameCube games that year, which was uncommon. Usually, for games, it was always 2. Even if it was like the only thing I wanted, which it usually was when I was a kid, even if it was the only thing I wanted for Christmas that year, I was going into that holiday or birthday thinking I was going to get 2 games only. Maybe like a Game Boy GBA game or something, if I was really lucky. But that year, for whatever reason, I got 3 GameCube games. And it was and it was good ones too. It was Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which I believe had just come out, because I'm pretty sure again it was 2004. Metroid Prime 2, and one of the Mario parties. Either it was Mario Party 4, or if Mario Party 5 was out in 2004, then it was Mario Party 5. And that was like that was like the Christmas I remember the most for whatever reason. Another really memorable, this was a birthday from around that time, was I got GBA SP, like, again, like, this was, like, the year, it had, like, just come out. I really wanted the GBA SP, because I really, really wanted, I remember I hated playing my Game Boy Advance underneath the lamp, in the living room. And that shit if you didn't play the base model GBA, shit needed a backlight. It should have shipped with one. So I was really excited for the SP because the design was cool and I knew it had a light. And I was like, that changes everything. But I remember getting that with Pokemon Ruby and also Wind Waker for my birthday that year, which it must have been 2003. That shit was crazy also. Wind Waker and Pokemon Gen 3, and I got a new Game Boy to play it on. Those are the ones that I remember the most. Did your parents have super good taste? No, I had good taste. The thing is, and maybe this is because, like, again, I got into games, you know, I wouldn't say I got into games late, but I got in, you know, like, I had to be the one to champion, like, video games in the household. I knew what I wanted from a very early age. We owned almost no, like, licensed games ever. I figured out what was good and what I wanted, and I could tell you whether or not it was going to be good or not, even when I was, like, single-digit age. They would say, what games do you want for Christmas? Because we don't know, and I would tell them the ones that I wanted. I guess I wouldn't say we got, like, no licensed games, but it was never a point, other than actually when I remember getting a PSP, and my mom being like, I didn't really know what games to, like, get you with this, and I didn't know what games were good on it, because she just, like, you know, it was not in her wheelhouse, and also the PSP was sort of, I feel like, more alluring just for, like, what it represented for gaming and not necessarily, like, having, like, a ton of great software. But that's, like, the only time that I ever was, like, got, like, a game console where I wasn't, like, sure what I wanted to play on it. Here I am back in here. He still doesn't know. Listen, Isaac, this game is good and I'm playing it right now, so you're gonna look at this guy up here saying big large and tell me this is good, this isn't good? He knows what games are good. There must have been somewhere. There must be something else in the arcade room or something. How do I get out of here? Where are the last 2 guys? It's 2 tribals, right? We got Wallace and Gromit Project Zoo with our GameCube. Yeah, no. I was reading Nintendo Power by the time the GameCube came out. I was reading Nintendo Power when the N64 came out. I had a bunch of friends who had games. I knew what games I knew what games were good. Oh, we didn't do this before, look. I wish I could do this without the game going transparent and I could just nod my head and vibe. Maybe this is a good screenshot. I don't know, Snack. Use something in this area for the thumbnail for the video, please. Maybe I can blow up the bar. It's like in Cowboy Bebop. When Faye is in that like medicine shop or whatever. She has the machine gun. Big Bug Fun Club. I agree. And you want to know the cool thing about that strip club is it has a arcade game in the back you can play. You know how people are always like, there should be Chuck E. Cheese for adults. No one's ever saying there should be strip clubs for kids. Thoughts? That adults still go to. That adults still go to. That only adults are allowed at and still go to. But it has arcade games and like a slide. That does not make it better. Worse! Worse! Not by kids. Cut that out of the pod. There should be strip clubs. Listen, this is the joke we were making. There should be strip clubs for man children. There are. They're called real strip clubs. Where the fuck are these two tribals? This really looks like something we can go into, right? Jet Force Gemini. Jet Set Radio. There was one up there. Maybe I've just been careless. Jackhammer Adachi, Willpower, Jujutsu Kaisen. Monster Trio. Yeah, Jackhammer Adachi. Will found this hilarious message interaction from like some time ago. Where there was work being done at his house 2 years ago. And they were jackhammering. This was like a whole Will arc. This was like part of the Will as content apparatus. There's a whole arc where Will, there was work being done and there was jackhammering outside Will's house. Anyway, it was something that was of great annoyance to him. But he was there. We found this message history like the other day about where he was talking about jumping on the jackhammer and taking it for a spin himself, and then that turned into Adachi. It turned into swanky jackhammer Adachi. Jujutsu Kaisen. And if that don't say it all, baby. If that don't say it all. Yeah, it's me yelling large one. Oh, wait, here we go. Large one, look. Oh, look. That's all of them, right? Yes. Hell fucking yeah. Look, and there's Icor done. We are crushing this. Okay. How do I get out of... I guess we just leave how we came in to get out of here. Done. I guess this one doesn't lead to anything. Club Bug and Fun... Club Fuck Bugs was not, like, anything, really. I thought it would be a whole level in its own. Cute, though. Fun idea. Fun little distraction. Good for Bug Month. Guys, it's Bug Month, by the way. And I picked the perfect game for it. Pat myself on the back for that one. Bug Month! It's Bug Month. Let's see, what is this? Boa! That is instantly minted zebra. We have not been playing this since December. It was like, well, what session is this? 6? Oh no, we maybe have been playing this for a long time. It's been like a month, I feel like. We played Jet Set Radio, remember? Some might say we're still playing Jet Set Radio. If you have the same affliction I do. Forced bit affliction. All right. Is there anything else I want to do, or are we done here tonight? We might have killed it on this one, folks. All right. Eshabone, done. Let's go back to... We could go here. Should we? Do we want to? I don't want to start another one of these big levels. Goldwood, done. Gem Quarry, done. Sephiroth already blew that shit up. Space Station, done. Water Ruin, done. Walkway, done. Rith Essa, not done. Mizar's Palace, done. Icor, done. Eshabone, done. Tophet, done. Sekhmet, I'm saving that one for last. Cerulean, done. SS Anubis, done. It's Spawn Ship, Eshabone, Rith Essa. No, Spawn Ship, Rith Essa, and Sekhmet left. 3 levels. So maybe we should end it then tonight. Let's think about what Jet Force Gemini endgame looks like. How many more things can I force onto the Venn diagram? I'm writing down my things for the Venn diagram, actually. Let's call it Whimsical Game Within a Game. I have a bunch of these to delete also. We could be done before... How many more Sundays are in February? 1. Or we could push, is the thing. We could... Well, okay, here's something to think about. One of the remaining levels that we have to do, Sekhmet, I know this level inside and out. We have played through this twice and accomplished nothing both times. I think I could like light speed run this level. So if we're saying this one is easy, here's what I really don't want to do. I really don't want to do Rith Essa tonight. I would like to save this whole thing for another night. But with that and with Sekhmet to finish, and then one other level probably for some kind of endgame thing, we might do this. Oh no, wait! Look how long we spent in this level, though. I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? I'm worried we'll have too much left to do, possibly. next time if we save it. I think I'm gonna do it. Let's get a little pushy. So fucking annoying. Do you guys want to get a little pushy? Let's push tonight. I'm doing the spawn ship. This was the first Pluto level, right? I have to pee also. I'll be right back. I'm leaving Pixel in charge. Also, what's up, Tamal? I'll be right back. And we'll do this. Whee! Okay, I'm back. Did everybody have fun? Go have fun! How many ship parts are left? We just looked at it, but did we get another one since then? Let's see. There's got to at least be one here. Or maybe another little split off level from this one. Okay, once I get it back around to stabilizer, that's when we know we've seen them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, we have that one. It's just green. Right? That's hard to tell, actually. Do I have Lupus's edge key? It has the thing on it, so I assume we do have it. The other ones don't even seem to have any like graphic on there. I think that one is just confusing. Let me look at the other hatch keys. We have more than one. See, like, look at this one doesn't have the thing on there. Lupus's we have, it's just confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 4. We have 4 ship parts left. And those seem to have been fairly straightforward to get. Okay. This level. This is this one. Remember, we spent a long time here because I remember not knowing where to go. But now, at least, I do know some of the ways you can go. This is the first level with Pluto. Things I remember about this one are there was a bunch of water around, which is why I'm thinking it's probably Vela. Does anyone remember? This one I would be fine with that being looked up. If we're trying to push through tonight to get some more progress done, can somebody tell me whether or not can someone tell me who I have to play this level is? This is spawn ship. I would put money actually on it being Vela, but not a lot of money. But there is water in this level. I do remember that. Hey, what's up, sis? Just typed in Jet Set Radio Guide. The damage I've done is small in scope, but irreparable to few. Just because the damage you cause in life is not damage done on a global scale does not mean it doesn't harm people. That is the lesson tonight. This is Spawn Ship. Bug month level. Okay, fella. See, look, and I would have made it back too. And I would have made money on that bet. I'm gonna go the normal way though first, because again, we're here for tribals. I don't even remember which way to go, but we'll need to get them all before we leave. So, Wolfie brought 0 bugs. Wolf, we were talking about, it was Friday, so I couldn't have watched him play yet. We were talking about Wolfie on Friday, I guess just because you told me that he was in the tournament. Anyway, he lost the game, that game that I stayed up late to watch at like 4 a.m. He lost that game. That was a very interesting match still. I guess I don't remember if I said that. We talked about that earlier today too. I was talking about that on I was talking about his opponent, Giovanni. But I don't even remember if I said who actually won that battle. Not that I'm sure many people care here. But I care, damn it. And it's my Let's Play show. If you have ever watched a competitive Pokemon tournament, at least from the last maybe 5-ish years or so on Twitch, you will learn that one of the annoying things about that is the guy Wolfglick that we're talking about. People will, even if he's out of the tournament, people will show up to the chat and be like, "When's Wolf playing?" He's very much like with Pokemon is like the face to the name that people know. Again, because he has a 1 million+ subscriber YouTube channel. He does content that's very successful and popular, and has been doing it for a long time. But he also has won the Pokemon World Championship. Like, he's a very good player still. He arguably just had the best year he's ever had at the game, and won a number of regionals and European internationals last year. So, like, it's sort of, I guess, sort of that perfect storm where it isn't like it's just like some, like, YouTuber who people know. It is a very good player. So I think because he's well-known and popular and people know he's good, too, everyone is always trying to find out, is he playing? Has he played yet? Is he still in? When does he play? And even though I'm like a pretty casual fan, it gets annoying to me. I can imagine if you're someone who is like who watches like every tournament and like knows a bunch of the players. It's fucking obnoxious. Because the chat seemed to be very annoyed with it. And I mean, I feel like you should really just tune that kind of stuff out more than anything. But it's funny, at least, to me. I message Pixel about it sometimes. Alright, we came down here. Rank the Jet Force Gemini ship levels, of which there are like 5 of. I'm ranking all of them like exactly the same spot. I remember, I believe, this being... I think this was the first level where we saw the rifle. And being just... getting it and being, like, pissed off. Was it? Was this the first one that the rifle was in? Oh, shit. Fuck you. Did he get him? No, right? I think that little one ran away. Did I get him? Hold on. Did he kill him? Did he vaporize the little tribal and no blood even came out? We picked him up? Oh, he didn't die. Alright, I guess we got him. Again, going into this, I thought that this would be the annoying part. These ants that kill the missable NPC, or the little missable collectible creatures. But it really has not happened that much. Really, the annoying part is just that the game expects you to know where to go when you don't. The annoying part is having to redo shit. It is not this. Here we go, baby. Yeah, that aspect has only gotten in our way, like, I feel like once or twice in the whole game. It's wasting your time is what the bad aspect is. Well, I can swim in here. It doesn't seem like there's anything actually in here. Though, wouldn't it make sense for there to be? Because, Pluto can... I think Pluto can fly to those. Maybe that's in case you didn't get a weapon? Like, Pluto doesn't need the jetpack to get up there, but if you were playing this level as Vela or Ajax, that'd be the only way they could get in there. Let me check it one more time. I just don't know why you would allow them to get in here if they don't have to be. But it really didn't look like there was anything down in this water. It's also like murky and I can't see the bottom. But you guys are with me, right? It doesn't look like there's anything but like a little texture over here. Oh, or... no. That almost looks like a little pipe or something, but that is on the wall. It's like, why make the texture so crappy on top of the water? Alright, it doesn't look like there is anything in here. Huh. But I guess if you didn't have whatever was in this chest, which I guess that doesn't make sense to me either, because you would have already played the level where you could have gotten whatever was in that chest, right? I don't know. That's weird. And there's nothing else in here I need to use the jetpack for? This game is like a math problem for my brain. Fella has yellow key. I think she must have all of the keys. Oh. Okay. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad Sis confirmed. I'm glad Sis confirmed that it was a Vela level. I love how many of the levels have water and lava in them. Fuck. It doesn't seem like there's any, even like a little bonus area or anything in here, though. I guess that could be. Yeah, for the tribals. That's why I looked. I mean, maybe we could bring Ajax in here and run around as him. It wouldn't take that long. Okay, I don't remember really the path, the path of progression that was getting through this level actually when we played it with Pluto. So I'm just trying my best to play it the normal way, and then we'll go back and figure out. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, we are missing one of the tribals we picked up the first time we were here, and we didn't go down into like the bottom area at all. Which definitely had its own whole zone with shit to find and collect. I think maybe with Pluto you got the yellow key card down there somewhere, and then eventually brought it back up here. The other reason we were lost in this level and were on it for a long time. Fuck. Is she gonna make it? Goated. I probably should have rewinded there, but whatever, man. We're keeping this one. The other reason we were stuck on this for so long is there was a part of the level I didn't understand. I didn't figure out. Oh. What's wrong with her? I probably didn't know you could do that either. But we probably did do that with Ajax. We probably floated over, or with Pluto. Both wrong names. I didn't realize you could go into the little like pipe openings in the wall and stuff. And that was what messed me up on a lot of it. So this time I'm gonna go back and kind of go back to the beginning, and then I'm gonna try to get. I'm trying to get low on it. I don't want to go through here though. I'm gonna go down to the bottom part of the area and then explore some down there, because that must be like wherever, like that must be our key to getting all of the tribals. I want to drop from one of these rooms. I wonder if I drop onto the crystal over there, if I'll not die from fall damage. Or here's what we could do. Well, we could have done that. It didn't matter. Can you fuck off? We're looking for Vela Zone here. Looking for Vela Zone here, sorry. This part in the song is like you just smashed all over your Casio keyboard. This part of the song is like you put all 5 of your fingers down on the keyboard and then you just like moved them from the like back end of the board to the right. From left to right on it. Oh, there's tribals in here? Well, I already have ones I didn't have before then? Maybe one of them died the last time we played. Maybe the one that was in that water room I wasn't fast enough to get. Was I reading this right? Hold on. Whoops. Maybe I just sucked? I guess there were 2 at least that we didn't get before. It didn't show any dead ones though, did it? Hold on. Let me open this long-ass pot loading screen menu one more time. Waste more of your time. No, I guess I just sucked. I guess I just didn't see them maybe somewhere. Because I don't think there was anything Vela did here that Oh, maybe maybe there was a door she was able to open. I don't know. I don't think there was anything Vela did that Pluto couldn't do. All right, let's make sure we go in all these little rooms. Because remember, there are goodies in all of them. Fuck, are there so many more tribals than I got the first time? How could this be happening? How could this happen? What was I doing in this level? Did they add them in when we beat Mizar? Did they spawn because it's the spawn ship? Are these second generation tribals? Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. I think we should, if we're gonna go in here though, we should just check that other room really quick too. The shield guys suck so much. On Big Think Dimension, they do a category called dumbest shit in a game. Or I think it's dumbest thing in a game. This is on their Game of the Year show, which I like to listen to. Every year they do a bunch of different categories. Some of them are repeat categories, and they nominate things from all of the games they played each year. And one of their biggest categories is dumbest thing in a game, because let's be honest, there's always something dumb in a bunch of good games, or a bunch of games, even good games every year. If I was doing a dumbest thing in a game, like Snumpo Steiner Awards of just all the games I played this year, this game would have some contenders. Ants that have the most effective shields ever might not necessarily be one of my nominees. Might be a runner-up, but the game itself has some potent applicants. These guys might have surrendered, but I don't care. And that hallway stinks like Pixel. Just because you look like a bug doesn't mean you have to smell like one. Dun dun. Must you embarrass the both of us? These bugs smell though in this game. When they dive, these little stench flies hover over them and buzz around. Okay, there's a tribal up there. He threw his pickaxe down to alert me. What am I gonna get that is gonna allow me to get the tribal that's up there? I go to these just assuming I have the tokens I need to get them. Oh, there's a jetpack thing here. Oh, this is this room. Okay. This is the room that's on the other side of the way we came in. And there's one tribal up there, which is really awesome considering I'm missing two. But it's fine. I'm sure we'll find him somewhere. Help us, save us. We love you, Bella. We loved it when you broke it down at Club fucking Antfuck. Oh, here's the shocker. This is like my least used gun, kind of, but I'm sure that's something. What if for just one level, Sizz, instead of tribals, it was the little Kazuichi bears? And when you saved them, they went, hooray! Just one level was the Kazuichi Bears. Yo, Gary Fishman? How's it going? Alright, like the thing is, it could be in another part of this level that I had already gone to before. Clearly, I did a terrible job at getting the guys. Something must have gotten in my way. Why would I have missed so many more? Unless it doesn't count the dead ones in your final level count. Like if it doesn't track that. You'd think that it would though. It has the thing on there for it. Let's see. Let's go in here. That is this. Whoops, this leads back to the main room. I think we did the right. We had the right idea here. We made the right choice to push onward. I am getting sleepy though. I mean, like I could try. I don't think there were tribals in there though. I could try to get into that room that had the other thing. I think there was a weapon pickup in there, or like a weapon, like an ammo upgrade. As I recall, it was one that Lupus could not get. And then I was like, and then later in the level we got the rifle, and I was like, oh, I bet it's an upgrade for this. And then I went back there, and it still was not something he could get. Maybe Vela can get it. Maybe it wasn't even for him. This is this room. Oh man, they really weren't all on the way down there. Missing one. Wherever could it be? I'll give another proper run through the level. See, Isaac, we were over here, and then we went in underneath the water, and we were in there, and now we're back over here. So now we know, Isaac, that we have been in there. There also could be another one, like, on any of these little doorways, because there was one that we missed before in one of them. Though we did run the exact way backwards through this level. Oh. Well. You say whatever you want. I call that an easy backtrack. Wait, did I even come into this room? Is this even the way we went? I think I skipped this and went a different way. Maybe. We were in the other one that where they like float around in a circle. I may not have actually come in here. I don't remember. Hey, we did it. This was worth it. We probably could have done this next week, but, you know. I think it was worth it. I'm going to try to get in here, too. And if we don't, I'm going to rewind. Maybe I can jump in from over there. From on one of those. Whoops. I've already finished the level. It's fine for me to do this. It's good for me to be able to do this. Shoot, Vela's still thinking about that song. Have we played as anybody else really extensively today? I feel like this was Vela Day. Okay, hell yeah. Now, if there's no reason to come in here, I'm rewinding again, but... Ah! Remote mine capacity? It's not worth having that when I gotta go all the way back through the through that low room with the water down there to get back up here to go out and clear the level the normal way. It's not worth it. Nope. Well, barring some, I won't say unlikely circumstance, but certainly possible circumstance. I think next week might be the finale of Jet Force Gemini. If you've been secretly hating this or openly hating this, you can breathe a sigh of relief. We've got one more big level and one more level that is a big area, but that I know what to do in. So there's no chance of us getting, like, genuinely progression locked. If that is the case, then I think that the week after that we will do our tier list thing. Woo! Damn, if only I had deployed 6 more bullets. You know what? For the metalheads. Hell yeah! All right, tight. Well, we didn't get a ship part on that level though. Yes, 16 Nino, which concerns me a little bit considering I'm still missing 4. Those might be something I could look up at the end, or take hints on even. Because Sekhmet led to Water Ruin, which had a ship part anyway. So that one is done. I can't imagine that the remaining all 4 of them are on Rith Essa. So it's possible we missed something. But usually the thing about the ship parts is that they are easy to, like, it might require us replaying some of a level, but usually they're easy to like get. They don't really, they're not as time consuming as the tribals are. If there is one, I would imagine it is from some sort of offshoot planet from either Tofret, which I would be, wait. It could be, because there's a whole area of Tofret that we haven't been back to. We did get all the tribals there the first time through, but we never went back there again. That was the 3rd area, the like castle one. So it could be there. There could be another one that was in Eshabone. Like there could be something else in Cerulean. We know this is another level we've never been back to. But I think the best thing to do will be finish Rith Essa next time, finish Sekhmet, see how we're looking, and then maybe we probably will only be missing like 2 more, if anything. Maybe kind of point ourselves in the right direction. Jaffiel. I'm going to come down here, though, because clearly Vela is needed here, too. And then hopefully, like, hopefully this isn't just the prologue. What if this was just the halfway point and there was a 3rd suite of worlds? I don't know what, that's like one of my favorite, like, comedically like doomering things to like say about a game. That we were merely in the prologue all along. Something else I want to see. Does Jet Force Gemini have... It doesn't have game percentage. Copy game, erase game, cooperative game, game 1, Bean. Yeah, Juno. We finally get Juno and Lucas. That'd go crazy, sis. I think I'm going to declare cautiously optimistic finale for next week. Even if we have to go a little late, I will. What else do I have to do? Because outwardly it seems like we're definitely approaching the end. But there's always, there's always something that we could get stuck on. I've never played the game before. I don't know the game. And you never know. But, declaring finale, it's just something that's fun to do sometimes, so I'm gonna do it. And it would be cool if this and Jarouge wrapped up really close to each other. Yeah, we defeat Mizar and a bunch of ships show up with more fucked up aliens, and then one of them goes, "You have killed the weakest of my 8 lieutenants." I would cock up and schnut up if that happened. I would say, Vela, get your gun. Catch me loading my my Jet Force Gemini impossibly strong machine gun and raging into battle. And we'll play this for the whole rest of the year. Guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me and watching today. We reminisced on some things. We, I don't know, we talked about some things. We did some things on the game. It was very memorable. Good stream. I felt like this was a fun one at least, though. I feel like we were making fun, cracking jokes, having a goof and a gaff and a spoof and a laugh. Next week, Friday, we'll be back with the first session of, again, hopefully, it sounds like it's likely going to be Halo Reach co-op with Sizz. If you watch me and Sizz, be there, because usually they're funny. I'm excited. That's one of the ones that I have, like, fond memories of. I played that game a lot in college. I played through that's really the only one I've played through the campaign, like, a bunch of times for, is Halo Reach. And I haven't played it in a long time, so I'm excited to go back to that. I wonder how my perspective will be different, having, like, played through the campaigns of 2 and 3 more recently now. Or even 3 for the first time. And ODST also, but, but that'll be good. And then hopefully we'll wrap this up on Sunday next week. All right. Big love. Have a great week. If you have tomorrow off, enjoy it. If you don't, enjoy it anyway. And I'll see you next time. Mwah. Thanks for coming over. Bye.